My name's Shawn Melito, Managing Director for CYPFER. We're a company that does ransomware negotiations and settlements and recovery and remediation.
That's awesome. So I got a question here from one of my a good friends, an Army veteran. If you were asked to hire someone, what green flags, not red flags, what green flags would you look for in an entry-level resume? And what are some green flags you would look for in an interview with an entry-level applicant?
On the data security side of things, forensics, recovery and remediation.
Yep.
You're asking the wrong guy. I'll be totally honest with you. I do the relationships between cyber insurance companies, breach coaches. That said, I got to think that my team would love people who are, willing to learn, that are disciplined.
So what about from your perspective in sales or the partnership building that you do?
So, yeah, it's a huge industry now, cyber insurance. You've got the cyber insurers themselves. You've got the cyber brokers who place the business with the end clients. You've got the risk management firms. You've got the vendors, like people who do what I do. And then you've got the breach coaches who are the privacy lawyers that, handle the claims as they come in. It's this massive ecosystem. And, my job is to know who everybody is and put everybody together when somebody's had a ransomware attack and they need help.
So from your perspective, especially in ransomware, are you seeing insurance companies rather, especially, in that industry, doing more due diligence to seeing whether or not corporations and companies are implementing the right policies, procedures, regulations, frameworks, and things like that? Or is it still a lot of, I checked the box, so you now get insured and you get everything along those lines?
Yeah, no, the due diligence is a lot more in depth than it was 3 or 4 years ago. There's a large cyber insurer called CFC, which they don't even say what it used to be called click for cover. And you could just basically click a couple boxes and you get yourself some cyber insurance. They don't do that anymore. There's very, very in-depth questionnaires, pages of questions all the way down to, is it MFA? Where is it enabled? What systems? All of that. And, if you lie on any of that, there's a good chance you're going to have your claim denied. So, people are taking it a lot seriously, more serious now than they did years ago.
Yeah, definitely. So last question before we move on, because we do have a lot of people here that we want to try to get on. If you have any advice for anybody trying to break into cybersecurity or even in the field you're in with, developing these partnerships and kind of building these relationships, what would you give them?
It's a great time to get in. I know that there's been a lot of layoffs, but we're not seeing it on the cyber insurance side of things. So if you want to get on the pre-breach side, where you work, doing pen tests, vulnerability assessments, I know a lot of companies are hiring on the insurance side or on the data security side there. And then anybody on the for any of the vendors, all where I work and where, people like SentinelOne and, people on the back end work as well. So.
Yeah, definitely. And I want to thank you for coming on. It's been awesome having you here. So what we're going to do now is we're going to see who wants to come up next.
Where's number 4?
Hit the hot mic.